Hey guys, I'm back again for a second tutorial on faces and how you position them on a head. As I said in the first life drawing tutorial, I would go over the faces, and I'm going to do a third one rather, for eyes, because eyes can be a little bit tricky. People can find it hard to focus on those in particular, especially the shapes of them. So I'm going to go over another tutorial on how to do different characteristics with eyes, including the eyebrows. So that is the third tutorial I'm going to do. And then the fourth one, I'm planning to do hands and feet. We will see how that goes when I get to it. Okay, I will see you on the next screen. Yep, there we go. Okay. Right, this is my computer screen. Yay! I have my Minecraft maps on here because I am that much of a geek. Toon Boom and Flame Painter, I can show you those another time in a different tutorial. There are some fun animation and effects software that I will show you later. This here, these are 4 of my main characters that I've drawn. This was for a competition entry. Didn't put much effort into it, but I wanted to do something like this for a while. Anyway, on to Photoshop. By the way, I am sorry if you can hear my Mac spazzing out in the background. It doesn't like me doing anything that requires a lot of effort, so at the moment its fan is going 50 to the dozen. And that can make a lot of noise. Okay. New blank file. We don't need that many. I'll go for 1500. Oh, hello. That's last week's. Okay. So we're focusing on the human face this time. And basically you always want to start off with a circle. A circle is the beginning of everything. That's not me trying to be philosophical. So you've got a rough circle. And then this is how I do it. There are other more professional ways, inverted commas, to draw a circle, which usually starts off with a grid. I can show you that way. You may find it easier to start a face off that way, but I'll show you the way I do it. My faces can be slightly stylized, so if they don't look completely realistic, I'm very sorry, but I will try my best to pull out my best realistic face for the day. Okay, so if you've got your basic face shape here, if you really struggle getting a symmetrical face shape, you can always just do one side, and whichever side you think looks the best, you can just copy it and flip it. But I won't do that, because that's cheating for someone like me who's done it for ages. Put your chin down here, and then you've got your centre line. Just here. In fact, you know what? I'll make that a bit further up, so you're looking straight on. This is your eye line, this is where your eyes sit. Again, that is not straight. It is very hard to do straight lines on a tablet, I have to say, when they're vertical. Horizontal. Because you can't really rotate your tablet. Obviously, as an artist that works with pen and paper, you can rotate your pad in any which way, and you get much more freedom. But it's so much easier to film this on my laptop, so that's why. Okay, so we'll start off with the eyes. The width of your nose is always around the same width as an eye. So if we take this width here and just estimate it, put that over there, you then have the beginnings of your eyes. And usually you have about this much space in between your faces, but again, this is the golden rule here. This is what we're talking about, the rule of the perfect human being. I don't believe one will ever exist, but there is a theory that if there was a perfect human being, there was a certain way that their face would be structured and their body. So that's what we're working around here. Okay, so you've got your proportions for your eyes. Now, eyes are not as complicated as they seem. You've got your slanted bit here, the flat bit here, and then your shorter bit up here, and then you've got this bit here, and then that comes up like that. So if you draw that in, you then get a nice face shape. We'll go into different features another time, because of course this is just a basis. Every human face looks different. There is no one exact same face, except for maybe identical twins. They come close, but you'll find that even they can have different facial structures. So you've got your eye there. Let's just work out some of this just so you can see what it's doing. I might need to move the iris actually. There we go, that's what we've got so far. Different eyes, like mine. My eyes, for example, they slant downwards at the end like that. And you've got a little bit here. And then if you have trouble, I still do this, because I still have a trouble getting eyes the right size and exactly the same as each other. If you do have trouble with this, you can, again, on Photoshop, just flip. But it is always good to just to push yourself, see if you can do it, because you won't learn just by flipping it. You have to try. So, okay, this is looking about right. So you've got a little bit down there, and that is about right. I have to make this quick because I've got to go to a meeting with my group for sound work later. This shouldn't take too long. Okay. So if you then get your eye. Remember, the iris is round, the eyes are round. You don't have, for example, you don't have anime eyes where it's literally just an oval. Maybe at an angle it will be an oval, but you don't have eyes that are actually shaped like ovals all the time. They are circular. There we go. Okay, and then we've got the eyebrows. Emotion, in terms of different emotions, we'll look at that another time as well. But even the slightest feature, as I was mentioning in the last video, even the slightest feature can change the expression on a face, like a slight raising of the eyebrows, or the shape of the eye, a slight curve in the mouth. So that's that. Let's just rub some of this out, just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so that's that. And you've got an iris in here. Sorry. Okay, I always used to have a problem with noses. Sometimes I still get it a little bit wrong. Let's just add in some of the... I always used to get the noses very long, so I draw them all the way down here. And that is not right. The noses come along this line here, so about where your jaw is. And your cheek. So if I draw my nose about there, get that bit in there. Okay, and then your lips come just above the halfway point between your chin and your nose. Let's give her a slight smile. And then you've got your chin. No, it's a bit weird. About there. You've got your. Okay, let's move that up a bit. I like drawing big lips, so lips will be about there. And then you've got your little bit underneath your nose there, which will lead up to either side of your nostril. You can make the chin a bit rounder, like that. Okay. And that is your basic face. The eyes may be a little bit too big for the rest of the face, but I am very used to doing that because I started off by drawing manga and stuff like that. You can see my online portfolios and archives, which I can give you a link to in the video and in the description. I have a DeviantArt account and a Sumo.fm account. And I also have my own website for creative writers. I mentioned that last week. But it's called, for future reference, it's comicninja.com. So that you come up here. Okay. So good. But, there you go. You get the basic idea. No, not equal either. Oh, something is wrong with me. There we go. Yeah, so Comic Ninja. If you write scripts, if you do creative writing in general, if you do comics or manga or anything, your own story, doesn't matter what form it's in, post it up there. Post up random artwork to go with your story if that helps. And hopefully the idea is to get it shared across the world, but of course the website has got to kick off first. If you don't do creative writing, but you know someone who does, who would like to get their story out there, then ask them to help me get it off the ground by posting some stuff, sharing it around. I myself have a manga on the go. It's been in construction for a while, but I haven't really had much time to properly sit down and work on it in years, so it's just kind of been sat there as an unfinished project. And there's your basic face. And the skull is a little bit too shallow. But I'm going to add in some hair. Again, I am not very realistic when it comes to hair. I did grow up with the expectation that your hair did what the Disney princesses did. I was that child who tried to tie her hair up with a ribbon. But, I learned. But I still like hair that doesn't exactly do what physics intends. I like to break physics. So just add in some hair. Remember, it's got volume, it's not going any hair. Of course mine has extra volume than most, but it does not just stick to the skull. You do not have hair that comes down like that. It will always have some bounce to it, so just remember that. And oddly enough, it's coming out looking a lot like my character Kaya, because I draw her all the time. Okay, let's just make it bigger, put this in the skull. And there you have it. You've got some nice hair and a little bit of an ear showing. Okay. And that is the basic human face frontal view. I can go on to do a side view, which I will do later and include in this video because I have to go and do a lot of university work now. Very important stuff. So yeah, I will get back to you in a bit.